The core message from the Icelandic experience is that unless you involve the people at every level, unless you engage every community, even down to the local villages and farms, and you can galvanize your civil society in supporting the necessary actions and the needed policies, you're not going to succeed. If you try to force it from the government center of society, you will find it very difficult to get the nation back on course.
And as the world is recovering ever so slowly, what you're really telling them is that they're doing it wrong, because they're doing exactly what you're telling them they shouldn't do.
To some extent, that's right. And if you look at the Icelandic experience, and if you go back to the discussion we had here more than 3 years ago, what we were doing in Iceland and were planning to do, almost every government and financial authority in Europe told us this is the wrong way to go. But now, 3 years later, we can see that Iceland is back on course. We have dealt with profound crisis, not just in the economy, but also in nature. So I think we have some very important lessons to offer.
A lot of people still wonder what would have happened had we let our banks fail.
Well, although the scale is different in Iceland, I think basically all modern states, whether they are large and small, face similar challenges and could apply similar solutions. So in our case, we decided to let the banks fail. They were private banks. And as I've sometimes said, I have never understood why somehow banks are the holy churches of the modern economy, whereas it is normal to let other companies go bankrupt and fail. Suddenly, when a bank is in trouble, everybody comes rushing and says, no, 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 no. So by going against the established orthodox views prevailing in the US and Europe, we actually managed to create a recovery which is quite remarkable. What we did was not only to go against the traditional view of the fiscal policies, the taxing policies, and the welfare state. We also introduced currency controls. We devalued our currency.